I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is November 16, Thursday, 2023. So we had a pretty much indecisive day. We did come down and take out some lows here. And then let me zoom in here on the 4 hour so you could see. Um, and At the top of a range like this, they're obviously not going to just sink it for you the way you would like. So you're going to get these lower highs, and then you're going to get purges on the top side. So like we're still sitting here, and I'm surprised actually. So I think either they're just saving face. I mean, look how much they're trying to avoid by coming down into this imbalance right here, right? It's very, very obvious that they're saving face, I call it, right? But we've hit a top objective, right? And a pretty big one. Now, I understand the fourth quarter can still push it up as far as like November, December type of thing, right? But same time, we are expecting some type of healthy retracement, even if it was to still be going bullish. So that being the case, we just been playing around in this little patch of price, and that's pretty much what happened. So we did dip in more. We did wipe out the liquidity below. That this was looking like a support. As you can see, the candle on the 4 hour here is closed here with this bullish candle. The day's not over, but it's probably gonna still close bullish. We'll get into it in a minute, but let's take a look at this so I can be done. I don't want to make it a long video like yesterday. But watch it because it's super game what I'm giving you. But I'm gonna definitely make these videos starting to be shorter, man. I want to explain everything, and that's what makes everything long. But I mean, it's just hard for me to switch time frames. But let's take a look. So open gap here, we retrace back up a little bit into that imbalance right there. We do sell again from that up candle, comes down, wipes out that. Look at that right there. Yes, this low did take out that low, but it's like this makes people buy again, considering double bottoms in retail, right? But we know that that's engineered liquidity, comes down, wipes that out. And then price, what's it called? Asia pushes it back up a little bit, and then pre-New York pushes it down again, wipes out that piece of liquidity. And this is a big factor in the day for this taking out that low. So we had news at 8:30. The price right here pushes it all the way up right here, and then wipes out that liquidity there and this piece of liquidity. And this is a big part of the day as well. The reason why is because now this fib here, I got a fib here just so you could see it, but I want you to see this on the hourly chart. Like for as far as institutional or position traders, that's a good position right there, right? That we caught yesterday, right there at the gap. And then the price comes down. I told you a broke structure here for me. Retraces back up. This is the hour chart. So forget all this lower time frame noise, which I know you usually watch me show you all this, but this is what you really got to understand. This low, this 1 hour bullish candle pushes it back up into that up candle, right? And then it makes a swing high. It's got a lower high on the left and a lower high on the right of it, right? And then pushes down. So this from here to here to here is a leg and a retracement. So the second position that you would want is right there at that 1 hour chart. Even if you didn't have anything less than a 1 hour chart, I'm trying to explain that level right there. That level is the first position. Second level is that position. Now we break down and we come back up. That's another lower high right there. That's the other position. So position 1, position 2, position 3. These are scaling entries that can be held for long term. Okay? Obviously for people who are swing traders or position traders. In this case, you would be swinging and holding that for what? For the reason of coming somewhere down here or possibly breaking the low, depending on what your model is or what you're holding for. But the purpose of me mentioning this is because these lower highs are very key. But right now we got some weird action going on. So let me just continue. But so lower high, and then I'm going to show you. I want to show you on this time frame because it's a lot more legible. So this right here, that's that lower high I was mentioning. That's right there. So that's position 3, right? Position 1, position 2, position 3. Position 3 is right there. What do? We come down. We do take out that low. Another low. That's second drive down. We come up. We don't break that high yet. We come down again. That's a third drive down. Okay, from this high. And taking out that low is a third drive down. Okay, so that, with that understanding, that to me is a leg, right? And before they do come down, what do you expect them to do? They expect to go buy up and retrace and wipe out the people who are selling up to a specific level that it's going to stop and then sell back down to make a new low or leg for a lower low, from lower high to lower low. Now, this is how they did it. Okay, and if you watch yesterday's video, it's very clear I'm explaining these legs. So look at this. This is a leg for me. Boom, done, finale right there. Look at this leg. So now it's 8:15, 8:30 shoots the price up. This is a shift of temporary structure, or for me, this is a minor shift. Or I look at it as we're just going to get a drive or two up for a retracement to wipe the sellers out before we make a new lower low. How did that leg look like? It looked like this. It busts up, it takes out that low, and this is a break for me. This right here is a break, right here, this level. Now, I don't mean break for long term. I'm just saying, if we're bearish, I'm just saying break in a shift as far as it's the retracement from lower low to lower high, that leg right here. So what did we get? We got two drives. We have the shift that causes first, right? Retraces all the way down. Now 9:30 comes in and shoots it all the way down, but it does not take out that low. So if that's the case and it doesn't take out that low and you're buying, this is a 5-minute chart, yeah. This comes down. You're in this candle. You didn't break that candle or even that wick of that down candle. Fine, whatever. Gets into that imbalance. Fine, I won't even go there. But the general logic is this: if the price doesn't break here, it's obviously buying. Okay, if it's buying, where is it going and what's it doing? Well, this is just a shift of structure. So this is a higher high, and that's a higher low. Then from here, if you buy, where are you buying it to? Well, you don't know if it's going to go through or not, but if it doesn't, I'd rather take a loss here than not take it at all. Let's put it that way, as far as a setup goes. So this is initiating a setup to me. So retraces higher low. Buy it to where? Well, to that liquidity, of course. And then above here, what do we have above here? Well, we have the gap, we have 61, we have 70, we have 79. Okay. And we have the understanding of what that range is. Because remember, that high, that first high position, we broke down, we retraced. Second position, that's a lower high. So that's the first lower high, right? Breaks down, comes back up. That's another lower high, right? So this lower high is obviously protected in our eyes, and that is a range from here to down to there, which is here. Okay, so 8 something pushes it up already. It's not like it was already like keep coming down. It stayed. It wiped out that liquidity and then shot up and shifted for your structure for drive 1, retrace, drive 2, finale for this leg. Okay, where does it go to? It goes to a 79. Okay, and also I have these dotted lines, so I don't want it to look sloppy here. But look at this. I'm going to delete this for a second, okay? Well, I'm just going to delete it. Okay. I want you to see this up candle right here. I'm going to scroll in. This is how these videos get long. It's because I really explain shit. What am I doing? 15-minute? Let's do it this way. See this up candle right here? This up candle at 50% of that up candle's wick is also the same exact level of the high that we made today. Okay. And it took out that piece of liquidity sitting right there. So the people who are selling here coming into, they came back up to wipe them niggas out, man. So right there, you see that middle of the 50% level of the wick. That's an up candle. It's a supply candle. So shoots, and it's an exact level with the fib here to here. It comes to a 79, and this is just one drive, two drives. That's that leg. Okay, now we understand each other, right? So with that understanding, that makes it a sell. I have this going on live where I have not only the 79 level fib, okay, not only the 79 level fib, but then I have that 50% of that wick on the 15-minute candle, and it's sitting there. Taps. Now I gotta go to a 1 minute. And then let me move forward. Fuck. You'll see. There he goes. Taps. This is a 1 minute. And I caught this shit on sub 1 minute. Okay, so with this buy right here, you can see, this is why I need to show you in a sub-second, because if you look at this on a 1 minute, you're not going to really get it. But this price, 930, shoots it down first. It goes right into that last candle. Literally. The last candle. It's this exact same level. That this is not by accident. This is not random for me. I expect these things. It's a perfect level. All right. So these are the things I look for. But look what it did. It bounced right all the way back up. Right. But see, on this time frame, you can't tell there was a shift here. I'm going to show you on a 30-second. You can see it at least on a 30-second. I know that. Now I'm going to go into that same area at 930. Look at this. This wick, this actually became a candle that pushed all the way up. This next candle pushes up. All right, and that's a shift. So right there, it's a very ugly shift, but it's a shift. And what does it do? If we're short-term retracing from a lower low to a lower high, we come up, we shift with this. Remember, we just talked about that. We shifted here by taking out that area of structure. Then we retrace all the way back down to 930, and we don't break out that low. That's a higher low. Okay, so then this price shoots up, and some call it engulfing. We could just say a shift, because if it was bearish and was going to go through this, it should have sold underneath this candle. This is a 30-second, right? We should have sold underneath this. So this is like lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. This candle right here, and then lower low, and then it could have came up to here, lower high, but it should have sold from here to make a new lower low, right? But it goes above. That's why I use these sub-second, because when it's whipsawing and it's just a bunch of wicks, and you can't. I can't get data like that. But if I go on lower time frames, I can see what's really going on. This is just experience as well. But look at that. That right there, besides engulfing, but that's a shift. Then it breaks. That's a break to me also. Retraces back heavy. I mean, it retraces all the way back down. Again, if it doesn't break this low, it's a fucking higher low. So this is where I take the buy. This is also a possibility of buying, but when it retraces all the way back, this is another signal. And if you look very closely, this is a 30-second, that down wick right there, look how the price taps in it. Again, more signatures of what I know it does. I anticipate these type of things. Boom, now we get the higher low structure, and then this is a leg from here coming up. Goes into that 79% level and that 50% of that wick, as I mentioned. Obviously, I'm taking this. This is done here. I don't need to be right. And then I expect. So with the bigger picture, I'm gonna zoom out all stupid. But the bigger picture is this: is that I understand what this leg looks like. What from right here. I understand what this leg looks like, and then I understand what the retracement can look like. The retracement isn't just gonna retrace up to here and stop. All right, there's liquidity sitting here. You have to understand where that is. When you were down here, who made money? Well, we just wiped out the people who were buying. And now it's time to wipe out the people who are selling. from up here. So that's why we go up, right? Liquidity hunting. Once we did that, what did they do here? They came back down from the people who were buying. Okay. Once they did that, they go up because they're taking out the people who are selling with that liquidity and to get into right there. See, yesterday, the people who were trying to catch this drop before it actually comes and drop. I'm not saying we're fully bearish right now. I'm just talking in general. The logic of where traders put their positions versus where the algorithm allows you to put your position, then thus remembers where they put your position, or allowed you to put your position, then comes back to take that out. I call it balancing the market or wiping the market out, right? And that's what it's doing normally in a day-to-day basis. So when everyone was, you got this structure here yesterday, right? You had this, let's just say you had this shift above, you had a breakdown, you had a retrace back up. So this broke this low and it retraced back up and then it sold hard. So the algorithm is like, I know a lot of motherfuckers got in right here. So what they did, and they usually come to places where it's like, even if you had the patience, all the patience in the world to take a structured position like this, taking out that low and then retracing, well, they will still come wipe you out. That's why I tell you all the time in my videos, if you watch them, that the price will usually come back to where I entered, because they know that good traders have entered in these areas, or algorithms, or whatever, expert advisors and what shit like that. But as you see here, look, if I squint out again, look at that high right there. See that high and that high? Okay, let me zoom in here. You know where we are. You know that we hit that level right there, 50% exactly. You see that level right there and that level right there? When we pop up right here, we just wipe that person out. So they feel comfortable in saying, all right, we did a good job wiping out the people who are selling, and that's good enough. Let's continue down to wipe out the rest of the sellers. Okay, this probably all makes common sense, right? But the thing is when you think like this is how you're A, on the right side of the market, B, you understand what to expect, and shit like that, right? So anyways, that being all said, buy here, take a to liquidity, wherever pick your poison of where you want to take your profit. And then after that, we get into that 79 level and plus that 50% of that wick. And then, so here I even take a loss here because number one, I know that we're inside that up candle right here. That's, man, you can see that, right? That up candle right there. This, the 3:30 p.m. yesterday, 15-minute candle right there. See that? So once we get up here, I know we're tapping that candle, and I know there's an imbalance below it, right? So we go up and we tap that, and I'm like, yeah, this is a good place to sell. Yeah, I get a little impatient and I'm a little thirsty, so I want to catch this trade. Sure enough, it pops up one more time, gets into a specific level, even though I like this level. This was a level that I would have sold from, so it just failed. But price shoots up one more time, gets into that perfect level, all right, and then sells off dramatically. Once I understand where I am here, this is an automatic trade for me. Push the button on the first bearish candle that I see closing, period. It's because I understand that we have that range down, and then this is a range up for a lower low to lower high to then target now the liquidity built. See that right there? So once we have this scenario, I also understand that this is engineered liquidity for when they come down, they have a double pool of liquidity, right? Okay, so with that understanding, boom, I'm in the trade already. Price automatically just keeps coming down. Take a look at this. Then we have an imbalance plus an inversion imbalance. You know, even if I just refine it to that inversion imbalance, the price comes down. We break that low, so we sweep above, right? We break. Okay. If you got in early because of this imbalance, I ain't mad at you. That would have been a good trade. Price comes down, comes to the gap open of today. Today's gap open perfectly, And I was like, oh shit. I was like, why you got to be so perfect? Because my intention is to hold it for here. Now, I made the right decision, but look at this. This was also a buy, a beautiful buy to get into this area, but I was committed and I was hoping for this motherfucker to sink. To be honest, I wanted to get into this 4 hour imbalance right here. Can't miss it. Or on the 1 hour, as you can see how it looks like there on the 1 hour right there. So I was hoping for this trade to really come down here. But then again, as I mentioned in my videos, I don't fucking care, only because I don't want this thing to rip back up against me. You don't know what this market can do. This market will humble you. So if that's the case, I gotta play it smooth. Fuck being catching it down here. And sure enough, look, that didn't even happen. But I will show you what it did. So here, okay, so what am I, 30 second? Let me go to 1 minute. Back to the 1 minute. That's how it looks like. See, so it looks different here, right? That's why I use sub-second. But confluence right there. Okay, come up here, shoots down. See that? So see, this is why, even when this candle closed right here, I understand that it took out the liquidity above and where it is. You could have pushed that button on a closed candle bullish, but your stop loss still got to be above that high. So what happens to the next candle that opens, which is the 1007, fucking shoots down right away. But me, that's why I go sub-second, because I look for better risk to reward possibilities. My understanding and bias and wanting to make a sell here is still the same, right? Even when I took a loss here, I'm still trying to attempt it here because I know what's fucking going on, right? So it's just one of those things. But anyways, imbalance right here first. Yeah, there's no way to make these videos short, dude. I'm gonna have to stop doing videos altogether very soon. But you see this, we poke in, comes down, hits that open gap today, then retraces back into it right there. Okay, cool. That's still a sell area. Comes back in deeper. All right, that's fucking pretty shady. Okay, I understand it sucks. This is a part of the game, but that's why your stop loss, your entry model could have been a couple of ways. So remember, I have not only do I have this imbalance right here, but I also have this perfect inversion imbalance, which is in between here. So this is a specific resistance that I want to see hold, and I'm confident that it will. Also, we have these two down candles here. Right here, which is a support block, a resistance block. Look at that. So right here, when we break through, we expect price not to break above this high, which is on this 1 minute time frame. It's allowed to see. Look at this. See how it goes right above it just by a hair, which is literally like a half a point or handle. It's allowed to do that. But you don't want to see it go farther than that, right? So if I change this color, usually yesterday's video I had one also. Just go take a look at that video, and you'll see I usually have it orange, and you'll see that it goes above a little bit and then holds. So very, very fucking shady on their part. And whichever model you use, the whole idea is that this is a break. I'm sorry, this is a sweep, a break, and a retest. It's real. Keep this fucking simple words for you, because I'm just talking for new traders like I am every day in general. But so this was pretty shady, but again, you gotta hold your bias. Where are you taking this? Right to that liquidity. Can't miss that. Runs right through it. After that, I'm fucking done. I'm not fucking with these people, and this is just the way it is. I need to make a good decision of taking the profit, and I need to make a good decision of not trying to be a hero and be right and screenshot some shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Just to be real. So anyways, price breaks down. It's a lower low right there, right? We sweep all that now, right? What do you call it? This low right there was already taken, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyways, so it doesn't matter. So now we get this imbalance right there. Price lower low, lower high right there, right? Gets into that imbalance plus an inversion imbalance here. Price gets held right there with this. And I have this fib right here. That fib is this 15-minute wick. Pay attention very closely. This wick, see this wick right here? This 10:15 a.m. wick today? The wick here, the price comes down and comes back up to 50% of that wick. That's shown right here. And what's right above that 50% level is this gap right here. And I got it highlighted. Taps right into it. And it stays inside this inversion imbalance right there. Also, got two pieces of confluence overlapping. So, but you didn't have to have that. But that's the logic. And the point is that it made new lows, and then it now got in lower. I don't even need to, well, wasn't it the 4 hour that I wanted to say? Yeah, so this 4 hour reached deeper into its 4 hour imbalance, because I got it highlighted on a 1 hour. I just refined it. So as you see, it gets deeper in that. I mean, nothing spectacular. But so anyways, what is the price? Look what the fucking price does. Well, so now this is a leg from here. Remember, we've identified this leg from here to here, this leg from here to here. What did it consist of? It consisted of one drive and a retracement. Second drive and a retracement. Third drive, finale. You see that? That's a leg. Now guess what happens here? We get a fucking leg up. And this leg just literally went to wipe out all of the people selling. So, and I'm surprised it came this high if we're bearish. If we're bearish, I would not want to see it come this high generally. And I definitely don't want to see it come and wipe that high out either. Like this is, remember I just gave you the example of, and this is going to be the last video I make, bro. This position one, this is, we're trying to be bearish. That position 2 and that position 3 on the higher time frame for positioning, scaling, trading. Okay. Well, I'm expecting that one to be the 4th position trading all the way down, just like, just like you've ever seen, like just like here, that would be position 1, that's position 2, lower high, position 3, position 4, position 5, position 6, position 7, right? All the way till finale. That's how you scale in a swing, right? You see that, right? You can see it. This is what lower highs are when you're trying to be bearish and sell, obviously. So I'm expecting that one to hold as a lower high. So look at this fucking price. Shoots all the way up. You get it coming right back into that down block. Could have bought here, which is very difficult. Came up. Well, you broke that high right there, and then this little wick comes back in. So that's a shift right there. And then the next candle here, just a 1 minute, right? Yeah. Then this 1147 dips into that imbalance, like by the same level. Then that's all it has to do. It doesn't have to go all the way in. It just has to tap that imbalance. And then you get what do you call it? You got equal highs here, but it doesn't take that out. Retraces back into these down. I mean, I can't teach you all that, man. You got to figure this out yourself. But to be honest with you, just coming right up to wipe out all the people who are selling. So look where it goes. I mean, it goes right to my entry. So why would I not take the profit? Can't you see the common trend here of fuck, trying to be right, beautiful buy though. And then comes right back to our entry, and then retraces back, playing around, fucking consolidating, and then look, it makes another leg up. So technically, this is a shift of structure for me when it wiped out that high. Even though this could be just taking liquidity, it might want to get a little deeper, and this might be the big leg. This high to that low, and then just the same examples I've been giving you. This high to this low is the leg, and then from this low to this high, imaginary high, where we wipe out those people, right? That becomes the lower high to sell from. So you really get, this is really the structure that ends up playing. You see that? So like, I understand that this is a possibility. It's definitely a possibility right now because we did take out that high, right? So we could retrace a little bit deeper into like this up candle by taking out that high, um, or it might just fucking completely go back up, which I'm not inclined to say. But next week we have FOMC stuff, so we'll see if they linger the price around just so they can wipe up one more time type of shit. Let me delete this. But you see this? This could be the leg here. And then we could be making this leg for the retracement, right? And then your people by then people are confused as shit, right? But the goal was to just maybe wipe out that liquidity. Or we might even sell in from that wick and we just took out that. So this might be the real structure like right here, right? Where we don't take out that high and we sell underneath it. But in doing so, we end up taking this high today that everyone was trying to position themselves in. And then, so this is lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So that is a possibility. And I'm saying all that because of us coming up this high and then taking out that high. That's pretty fucking shady, bro. I mean, that's crazy. To me, that's pretty shady. So, and then also on the daily chart, like you'll expect, this is a nice bearish candle. It's a pin bar. We want to see these type of things. But look at this, like this example over here. You see how we came down and it was sort of like a pin bar, and then the next candle was indecisive, and then the next day just dropped. Well, we were hoping today would have dropped, but this has to close. And we didn't get a body on that gap that I mentioned. Also, we didn't get a body here. We did get a wick. And we did seal the price, but we didn't have a body close. So we might be going up one more time just to be able to close that body. I don't know about that. But the point is that as you see over here, this pocket of price action, this was an indecisive candle, and then it pretty much sold off, right? And look at how it comes back up right to that same level. So this day is a very iffy day in general, only because there's still a couple possibilities that can happen, right? I know we're trying to sell to a retrace, but like, they've already got the price held, and this high can possibly keep it as a support. And that's why we still keep seeing these bullish candles, and these bearish candles are not closing below this support. So this is like a general price action support, right? You could see the bodies. Everything is kind of staying here. This little dip down, this could just be a liquidity raid just so they can come up one more time, right? Yes, I know we're on the overbought area, but hey, this is part of the game. But if this closes like this, it's 446. It's about to close, unless you get some bullshit, crazy movement. So you expect a swing high to perform just like this. This is a swing high. See, lower high, and then the top candle swing. So it's a swing high, and then we never break that, right? So this high that we're gonna make today, that we're making now, we fucking made now. We would like to see price come down from there and not get broken, just like that same area right here, right? So we're looking for that. And if it looked like this, like a bullish candle, but it got back into this wick, that's fine. That's completely fine. We'll see what happens, but I don't really want to be too much invested in the market at this point. I need a break anyway, and to be honest with you, I think I'm going to be stopping videos from around Thanksgiving time next week, and then I won't be back until February, which is probably the second week of February. I don't need to trade, and I don't want to trade even. I have a lot going on, and we'll see what happens. But I hope this helps. And then as far as I wanted to mention. So look at Dow. Very similar, right? But this push back up, I don't know. That shit don't look good, man. Look at it. It's still going hard. So for me, for Dow, I'm just going to talk from a 5 minutes perspective. Look, we came right back up to that high. So remember, I don't want to draw it out. Yes, watch yesterday's video, so it makes sense. That high right there. So we came back to it. So we opened up, came down, came down, came up, came down. For me right here, this is generally not a break yet, this low right here. So the price comes down, and goes back up, but then it doesn't go above that high. So if I was to look at this as structure, we got the higher highs and higher lows from yesterday getting up to here, and then we break down and then retracement. Fine. Right here can still buy. You see the gap right here? Taps it. 730 pre-New York, comes right back to the opening gap, retraces back down to wipe out that liquidity. That could be a buy too, and that's also 930. That's 5 minutes before 930, but the point is that this is around the time of 930. So we wipe out that liquidity, and sure enough, that's a beautiful buy. I would have been all over that shit for Dow. Price shoots all the way up, wipes out all that liquidity there, and gets right back to that high that we mentioned and into this candle. Then what did it do? Then it broke this way. So right here, for me, Dow, this is a break. For me, this is a break in Dow. So get the high, then this leg is the higher low. Then this comes up, all right, and fails. So then we get a push down, which is below this higher low. Because this higher high and this higher low makes this higher high. I'm sorry, not that higher low. This one. This higher high and this higher low makes that higher high. So when this comes down and breaks that, that's a break for me. So when it broke, what did it do? This is kind of like yesterday's action for Nas in a way. Trying to explain it. So with that being said, that's a break right here. All right. This break right there. I'm just going to draw it like that. All right. That's a break for me. So then we made a low. We retrace another lower low. So this leg from here to here is one leg right there. See that leg? Okay. So it's okay to buy from here because it's a lower low and you can expect a retracement. But this is pretty deep, man. But look where it's going. Is it a coincidence that it's rushing right for that imbalance right there? No, probably not. Obviously. So, and it's wiping out all the sellers. So I would like this to be a lower high. Okay. And then I want to see another leg come down. Okay. But, I mean, as we're talking, this thing is pushing hard. So I think this is... well, just to be honest, I think they're going to wipe up one more time. I don't think they're done. This is an amazing fucking leg, dude. Oh my God. Amazing leg right here. But, I think we're not done with the top. It needs to sell from where the price is right now for both assets. So, and then fucking dollar, yeah, how long have I been doing this? I don't know how else to make this shorter. If you want me to explain it to you all, I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna have to stop this altogether. I can't be making 40-something minute videos, but I'm really explaining stuff. I hope this is helping, but I don't see anyone engaging. I'm not encouraged to do it anymore. So I'm not gonna be one of those guys. Oh, I need 80 likes, and all that shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. I do this because I like it, right? But anyways, dollar should be going up, but it's still it's playing around, and can be considered a double bottom. But we were expecting, for us to be more bearish, we were expecting dollar to be pushing up, but we're not getting that. So if dollar kind of sinks from here and takes out this, then we're going still up. Period. So, all right, hope this helps you guys. Take care and God bless.